And we are back, folks. City Council meeting will be starting shortly. We just had the Finance Committee meeting. So again, City Council meeting will be starting here shortly. I'll give you a little preview of, it looks like, I'm guessing the mayor brought some people to somehow schmooze or something. That's his mother in the front row with the hat on. That is Shirley Drewinski, Alderwoman of the First Ward. The white gentleman with the hat, that's Rick Sepet. He's head of Public Works. And I noticed there are two young Latinos that are in the front row, so I don't know what's up with that.
Only when I'm tough.
Great turnout today. Oh, good. Paul Roberts is asking some finance questions of Tyrone Rogers, who's head of the Finance Committee. So yeah, like I said, so far we've had a great turnout, and we'll see about meeting number 2. Let me fix my phone too. Why is that still popping up in the way? That's so weird. I feel like it shouldn't. Let me experiment with this 1 second, you guys. Whoop. No, I didn't want to take it off. Because if so, I will take this stand back. Like, look, that shouldn't be in the way, right? That drives me nuts. Like, why is that button in the way? Grr. Although, to be fair, you know what? Maybe that's only when it's zoomed out all the way, but still, it should not be in the way. There's the, oh, looks like the clerk is here. She had been missing a lot of meetings, but Rosa Rambula is the clerk. She is here tonight. Yeah, I apologize, guys, about that thing in there, in the way, but...
Excuse me, everyone.
Oh, and now they're going to read their statement. Blah, blah, blah.
Thank you.
About how you can't say anything.
Public meetings, except the executive session that is defined by the Illinois Open Meetings Act. Each Harvey public meeting affords members of the public to submit written statements or make brief public comments during the public comment part of the meeting. However, persons in attendance are not allowed to act in a reasonable manner that alarms or disturbs another or provokes a breach of the peace. This can include making loud or unusual noise, clapping, speaking out, or interrupting during the city council meeting. One may not impede the performance of official duties. If any person acts in a disorderly manner in a public meeting and persists after being warned, the mayor as the chairman can order that person to withdraw or be removed from the meeting. If the person refuses, they can be removed and fined. Disorderly conduct is a part of the public meeting that involves disorderly conduct in a public meeting in Illinois involves any unreasonable behavior that disturbs others or disrupts the meeting and is subject to removal and penalties if it persists after a warning. This also includes city employees and council members. Our police officers are present at public city council meetings to assist the chairman in preserving order. If any person is ordered to withdraw or leave the meeting by the mayor and refuses, that person can be cited and criminally charged with disorderly conduct. The Harvey police can escort the person out of the building. If the person refuses to leave and physically resists the Harvey police, that person can also be charged with resisting arrest. Under Illinois law, resisting arrest is defined as knowingly resisting or obstructing the performance by one known to the person to be a peace officer, firefighter, or correctional institution employee of any authorized act within his or her official capacity. This statute requires that the act of resistance must involve some physical act that opposes any obstacle that may impede, hinder, interrupt, prevent, or delay the performance of the officer's duties. Examples include struggling, wrestling, going limp, or physically aiding a third party to avoid arrest. Illinois law explicitly states that a person is not authorized to use force to resist an arrest by a known peace officer, even if that arrest is believed to be or is in fact unlawful. Resistance of even unlawful arrest by a known officer is a violation of the statute. Thank you.
nice. It sounds good over there. Should be right there. So welcome back, guys. Like I said, we should be starting shortly. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay. Hey, Street Shooter. Hey, Karen. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right, Brian, exactly. And we're back. Now, you know, they pulled some BS because I went to sign up for public comment and they said, oh, we reached our limit. Yeah, right. But at least the good news is we do have a good turnout tonight. But that's just total BS. I really wanted to comment. Just so you can get an idea of who's here. Take a look at the room.
We'll call this meeting to order. This is the City of Harvey Council meeting dated Monday, July 28, 2025. It is 7:10 p.m. And all the persons present, please mark yourself as such.
Just a pretty good turnout tonight. Oh, I hear you on that, Street Shooter.
We have a quorum present.
Hey, Conscious.
This time on the agenda is invocation, pledge of allegiance. If you would be so kind to bow your heads. Heavenly Father, God, we come to you, approaching the throne of grace, asking you for your mercy, O God, asking for your grace and your favor. Lord, that all blessings come through you, O Lord. We only need to seek you first, and the kingdom of heaven will be in you, Lord. We ask that you will continue to guide us, to bless us, O Lord, and that you will bless everyone who is here at today's meeting, and that you will bless those who had intention to come but were not able to, and that you will inspire others to be involved in the city in which we love and which you oversee, Lord. We ask that you would bless this council so that it may continue to do the work, not the work that is what they want, O Lord, because it's not their work, but it's your way and it is your will. And we ask, O Lord, that you would keep this council in that frame of mind, and that while you are doing so, O Lord, we ask that you allow your spirit to just fall down upon this city, fall down upon this room, O Lord, so that we may feel you, that we may know you, that we may receive you, O God, that we may continue to give you praise, to give you glory, and to magnify you. This we ask in your Son, Jesus' name. second by the third. Is there any debate? Hearing none, you may cast your votes. Motion carries. Next item is 6B, approval of minutes dated July 14th, 2005. There's a motion by the third and a second by the sixth. Is there any debate? Hearing none, you may cast your votes. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda, item 7. Item A is approval of the bills dated May 26, 2025. Is there a recommendation from the Finance Committee? Finance Chair.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, Mayor, there is a recommendation from the Finance Chair that we ratify bills May 26, 2025.
And hearing so, we have a motion by the sixth and a second by the third. Is there any debate?
Yes.
Okay, the chair recognizes the second word.
There were several questions that Alderperson Rogers, Chairman Rogers could not answer in fidelity regarding the bills list. One of which was regarding the BNF construction code earning $180,000 since May through now for infrastructure. We don't have a clear idea on what those details entail, what particular services have been rendered, what the timeline of that rendering is. And in addition to that particular cost here, there's an additional $6,000 total in review plans. And so without having any further insight, I asked the chair as well as the members, could we refer this back to the Finance Committee, all bills lists, for further review, as the residents stated that they need additional oversight, transparency, and fidelity regarding the bills list.
Well, actually,
We got one more.
We don't. Let me get this. Let me give you a minute, I want to make sure we got the questions covered, the debate covered. Were you done on?
Yes.
Chair recognizes the fourth ward.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to let the resident, well, my debate is that I'm not in agreement of supporting paying bills, even though bills have to be paid. Everyone has to pay bills. The structure of our finance meeting, which I wish more people would be here to attend and understand where I'm coming from. Whenever there's any discrepancies and questions that are not answered, I don't understand why we immediately go into the meeting and then all of a sudden vote on, instead of saying, let's send this to the Finance Committee once again, hold a special meeting in the next few days, get all the questions answered, make sure everything is in order, and then simply go ahead and approve the bills list. But to approve the bills list on the night before, the hour before, start at 6 o'clock, questions still wasn't answered, can't be answered, or I don't know if they ever will be answered. But for us to put it on the agenda to vote is like disrespect to the residents. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Does that complete your thing?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. As the chair, Alderman Rogers, do you have anything to say in that regard?
first of all, I'd like to comment on second one, Alderman Chapman's request. She requested via email. These questions in regards to bills list never did were brought up at the finance meeting when she clearly had an opportunity to discuss them at that particular time. The invoices that, hey, listen, don't do that. Don't do that.
Let me control the meeting. And if y'all be so kind, I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Please continue.
And in addition, the bills list that we receive, these are bills that have already been paid. We don't have any of the information that was requested at hand, okay? And if she had asked me personally, instead of into an email, before the meeting or after the meeting, I would have been more than happy to let her know that she would have to refer her questions. I believe there were 12, and these questions would have to be referred to the mayor's office, because they're the ones that can do that. We don't have that particular pertinent information that you requested, that you're speaking in terms of. And as far as my friend out in the fourth ward, nobody's being disrespectful. Okay, we have finance meeting because they were supposed to, they were put here to command structure, okay? And as a matter of fact, I think we're on a committee meeting that's actually a meeting right now. It's to be transparent. It's to give the public an opportunity and its residents on how their expenditures and how their money is being spent. So to address both of you all, you stand corrected.
So, thank you. First, to answer the question regarding BNF Construction. BNF Construction is a vendor of the city. They actually are the ones who do the inspections for the city, both residential and commercial. And so, I'm not sure exactly how many or who voted on it, but this board, this council did approve a contract with B&M Construction. And so that's why they're being paid for the work that they do. And so many of the, not all of the inspectors that you see, they come from B&M Construction because they are a vendor of the city. So that's one. Two, just for clarity's sake, so the finance committee had its meeting. The finance committee voted to move this particular item to the full council for a vote. So, the finance committee did its job. And now it's time for us to do ours. And that is to take the vote. But there is no additional debate from any other members who have not already made a comment on debate. Hearing none, you may cast your votes. Measure carries, and I also want to state also for the record, because I have to join in actually with Alderwoman Chapman, because she did send the email over, and in my email response, in one of them, I told her that she should forward this to the finance committee. So that may be, I'm not 100% sure, that may be how it ended up going in the direction that it did. All right, so next on the agenda is 7B, approval of bills dated June 23rd, 2025. There's a motion by the third, a second by the sixth. Is there any debate? Hearing none, you may cast your vote. Motion carries. Next item, 7C, that is approval of bills dated July 28, 2025. We have a motion from the third, a second to the sixth. Is there any debate? The chair recognizes the second ward.
This question was also posed to you, Alderman Rogers, as well as the committee members. It was regarding two particular line items, and one was a $19,000 payment that, as you mentioned, has already been paid out, correct? Because these are bills that have already been paid out, that were voted on, correct? Knowing that I'm certain that at some point we had to know that 10% of our staff would be laid off. And in planning, or in a contingency plan of planning for that particular issue, I wouldn't think that we'd be spending $19,000. I think it's great. We need all God's gospel here in the city of Harvey. However, we have to figure out the best way or practice for measurable spending. And these were one of the questions. How did we arrive to, hosting a gospel concert? I haven't seen a public advertisement for it. Perhaps it's on the way. But that's one question that I did ask you. Another one was that we spent $24,000 on one vendor, which was the moonwalks. And while I think that that's great, we need festivity to continue to create camaraderie. We sold food, and we don't have a grocery store here. So I'm just thinking that $24,000 could have been allocated to feed families. Most are about 5 in each household across Harvey. And so we need some understanding on just a basic practice. How did someone come to you, financial advisors, to confirm that this was okay before we decided to move forward? Since you did mention that all of these bills have been paid.
Excuse me. So this isn't a question and answer session as far as that's concerned. This is debate. Just want to make that clear. However, I did hear you say something about, you said moonwalk, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Was this in relation to
The
what?
4th of July.
Okay. And then you said something,
I said, since we spent $24,000 on moonwalk, did we offer free food to the residents?
and then you said 19,000 on
Or gospel concert?
because I want to make sure I get those. First of all, I believe that our citizens deserve to have some of the benefits that any of the other citizens in other communities have. We do things such as this. Once again, it's having a good and powerful team. I think I brought it up at the last meeting that this is through donations. Now what happens is they donate and they give the money to the city, and then we have to use that money for the purposes in which it was donated. But that's donated funds. So as you have, now that everybody knows we're going to be having the gospel event, that's donated funds. And more of it will be donated as we move forward in the future. And then it's donated by a lot of businesses. I think I mentioned in our last meeting that it was the Mayor's Cup soccer event was received sponsors. And I mentioned, I think specifically, that Canes, that's the name of it? They even, Raising Canes? Oh, okay. We don't know that song. But they even donated money, and they're not even in market. So we're blessed enough to be able to, I guess, pull on the heartstrings of the people who support the city and support the residents, so we can have these types of events. This isn't frivolous spending. This is people giving us their treasures to do what it is that they want us to do. And that's one of the things that I'm proud about this administration, is that when somebody gives us some money to do A, B, and C, A, B, and C. So that's where that comes from.
If I could just ask or make a recommendation there that when we do get the bills list, can we just see those profits coming in, or that revenue, or that particular bucket for those grants that have been allocated back to the city? Because it's an easier and more fluid conversation with residents. When they ask for the packet, I send it to them once it's finalized. And these are their questions that they're asking me, so I just want to be able to answer with full fidelity so they know that we're managing the monies correctly.
Okay. Well, I'll discuss that with my team. Find out if there's something that we can do to help facilitate that. The chair recognizes the first ward.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. My form of faith is that when companies or businesses or whoever donates to the funds, the check has to be written out from the city for insurance purposes and liability. So therefore, when we see this, and like the second word alderman said, so we know that we can confidently trust the city. You know, I trust the city. I trust our county. And I would definitely So the comptroller is saying that this came through donations because the comptroller is legally responsible for the finances of the city. If my understanding is correct, Mr. Mayor, as I was informed by Lisa Madigan's office in the previous administration. So that is why I will be voting for this. Thank you.
I'll throw back. But yeah, so we'll like I said, I'll have a discussion with the comptroller and with the team, try to figure out if there's another way for us to go about handling these particular matters. But like I said, I do want to make sure that I give commendation to the administration for going out, and I said it last week, when we first started doing the 4th of July celebration, I didn't spend any money on it. Because of the simple fact is, we didn't have it. But they decided that they were going to show me, and then they were going to go out and they were going to basically ask for contributions to be able to get the money that was necessary. And we had a great 4th of July.
Yes, we did.
And the gospel show will be just as great, all right? It'll be just as great. So we do have the motion in a second. So there is no other debate. You can cast your vote. Motion carries. Next item is the approval of ordinances and resolutions for the city of Harvey. 8A, old business done, and 8B, new business. 8B1, motion to approve the release of settlement agreement between McIntyre and the city of Harvey. This motion authorizes the agreement upon the settlement and release claim number 22G93M0888083 for the McIntyre versus City of Harvey lawsuit under case number 2023 L066064. Chair entertaining a motion and a motion from the third and the second from the first. Is there any debate? Hearing none, you may cast your votes. Motion carries. Next item is B82. It's a motion to approve a re-judgment order for case number 2022-CH02316, City of Harvey versus its loyal services. This motion authorizes the re-judgment order to pay the City of Harvey the sum of $25,000 via payments of $500 monthly and to pay in full for violations of city codes at 43 and 47 West 149th to 159th Street, Harvey, Illinois. Motion from the first and second by the sixth. Is there any debate? Hearing none, you may cast your votes. Motion carries. Next item, 8B3, ordinance amending chapter 953 of the municipal code entitled noise control. The ordinance amends the hours for prohibited noise and penalty amount for violations. There's a motion by the third and second by the first. Is there any debate?
Yes.
Chair recognizes the second ward.
Our annual income here for most families is about $23,000. And so in looking, we previously had a tiered scale, first offense, second offense, third offense. And when I went to look at Chicago's costs or even Dixmoor, or even Phoenix, the fines were way less than a one-time fee of $500. And I'm asking the council, because we are in socioeconomic oppression, if you will, to think about having a tiered system or approach financially to the cost. I think that a one-time cost of $500 is extremely high for our community and for our annual earnings here in our community. So my belief is that this needs some further review from the finance committee.
I want to make sure.
That's it.
Chair recognizes the first ward.
Thank you.
Speaking to your mic, Steve.
I'm sorry. Thank you. I echo the sentiments of our second ward alderwoman with the fact of the economic situation in the city. However, the offenders here are not first graders. They're second and third. I think everybody knows, being a good neighbor, we have to be sensitive to the noise level. And yet, there are repeated offenders constantly going. And our police officers are responding, and this $500 one-time fee, and then it can go up, I think will do the residents, and especially our senior citizens and the people that are dealing with medical conditions when we're constantly playing the loud music. Now, I am a firm believer it does not happen across the city, but I do know it happens in the first ward. I mean, so I wish that we would support this and implement this procedure. Yes, the economic, but maybe people will become good neighbors after that. Thank you.
Chair recognizes the sixth ward.
I'd like to echo the sentiments of my colleagues, first ward, second ward alderman. But as a conscientious resident here in Harvey for over 51 years, and I've seen, and we're not just talking about loud music, we're talking about fireworks, we're talking about the loud exhaust coming from the cars at night that you know, that's creating just a habit. The fireworks, I remember this past 4th of July, I had my dogs just shivering, you know, and, you know, not to say that this is not important, but the fact of the matter is that we've been putting up with this nuisance for, and I think that we need to have, we give our police department the meat and potatoes that they need in order. I like creating legislation, and I love the fact that if we can do something that's going to act on the betterment of our city, I think we should do something. So with that being said, yes, and it's not just fireworks, loud exhaust, loud boombox music, it's all kind of, and I was reading the ordinance earlier, and it's specific, to specify hospitals, schools, and churches. Well, on Saturday night, you ain't got nobody in church, but you got the residents that are suffering extremely because of all this chaos and nuisance that's going on in our community. So yeah, I stand with this ordinance.
Chair recognizes the fourth ward.
Thank you, Mayor. I understand this ordinance, and it makes a lot of sense. I'm just concerned on how it's going to be enforced. Fortunately, I came from a pretty decent block growing up in my neighborhood, you know, growing up in the city of Harvey, and it is still, you know, continues to be that way. But what we do, we simply ask our neighbors and let them know, hey, I'm having a party Friday night. And if everybody really agrees and everybody knows what's really going on, people respect that because they're saying people may want to have a party too. So what I'm saying is, so if there's nobody around in the immediate vicinity that's calling in, saying the noise is too loud, do the police officer have the authority to just come back, say, hey, here, and come back and issue a ticket? Or are they going to wait and see what the responses are in the surrounding area?
Were you done? This is the debate.
Yeah, I hope it was, and I was just trying to make a point on how it should be enforced, and it should be some more better clarity and not be given up to the officers to decide if they want to come back and maybe take on everybody around the surrounding area. And plus, it keeps the neighborhood together too. When the neighbors come by and talk to you and say, I'm having a party, that's just, that's the stuff we need, because everything we're going through in the city of Harvey right now, people need to party.
Should recognize the fifth ward.
I just wanted to clarify something, because we're doing it again. If you read this, it's commercially zoned areas, the fine is $500. Okay? And it's $175 in residential. So I just don't want to go out there like we just wrote an ordinance to where if you do violate this ordinance, you need $500. Unless you consider your house to be in a commercially zoned area, okay? But it's not. The legislative committee worked really hard on this ordinance, and it comes as a direct reaction from residents. I also looked at other ordinances from other communities, okay? And one thing that I started to notice is that this is really a common sense ordinance. People come into the city of Harvey and think they can do whatever they want, but you wouldn't do that at home with it. It does not dawn on you that maybe I shouldn't sit in front of this house, okay, and let my trunk rattle while drinking some Hennessy. Nobody wants to hear that. But you wouldn't do it intended. This is common sense. If you are not financially able, then one thing you should do is obey the law. What we gonna do?
Not what this is about.
We're gonna get rid of all the stop signs because people can't afford to be. No, stop.
All right, I love you, but we gotta still make sure we maintain some control. Some, you know what?
Thank you, man. I just want to make it clearly on what, as an alderman and a resident, a lifelong resident, or what I'm simply saying. We understand the noise and the situation we've all experienced. My question was, how are the police going to enforce it? Are they going to enforce it in the right type of way? What procedures do they have?
And so you asked a question that was outside the scope of the debate. It's outside the scope of the ordinance. Yeah. So as far as this is concerned, so if I can add, even though I don't have a voting matter, as the mayor, we don't just get it from one ward, we get it from 6. And we hear it from all over. And this is another one of those situations, just like the finance committee. The legislative committee put in a lot of work. They made their recommendation. That's how it got to the agenda. And so they made their recommendation. And then they also worked with the mayor's office to make sure as well that all the concerns were addressed. So once they do that, it comes here and it's up for a vote. But when we got into office, between 2019, one of the first things we did was we eliminated or abated all interest, all fees, all penalties, and any water bills. That was one of the first actions that we took. We also went ahead and we reduced the vehicle sticker from $50 to $35. So we brought that down as well as the senior amount. It was 15 to 6. We brought it down as well. I do agree that there are certain issues that for all intents and purposes, we can avoid placing those burdens on our good, salty earth, tax-paying, family-raising, going to work, citizens here in the city of Harvey. We can do that. We want to eliminate that as much as we possibly can. But when it comes to nuisance and to vices, those things are choices. Where you can say, you know what, when there was a $500 fine, I'm glad it was clarified by the alderperson as far as it's $500 for commercial, $175 for residential. We just don't do it. You know, it's a very easy way to deal with that. And also, even though Alderman, I did say it was out of scope, I will address it because I had already spoke with the chief. We issue warnings first. So, and it's never been anything, this is not anything abnormal. You know, we go to the house, you know, and we tell the person, hey, look, you know, because then you can tell if they're doing it because they just don't know, or they're doing it because they just don't care. And that's what makes the difference. So the police officer has to come back. Well, now, we got something we need to discuss. You know? But as much as we all care about the city, and as much as we all care about the people, I don't think there's anybody in this room, and I don't believe there's anybody on this council, that is intentionally trying to penalize people for the sake of just penalizing them. These are things that we get constant complaints on, and we constantly have to deal with it all the time. And as it's like with the, what do you call it, with the alarm systems. Just fix the alarm. Don't make a police officer have to come back and forth to your alarm call every day because you didn't want to fix the alarm magnet on your window when they've already been out there 1, 2, 3 times. Just fix the alarm. You know, and if anything, that is your civic responsibility as a member of this community to take those things into consideration as well. So I would support it if I had a vote, but you did have a motion by the third and second by the first. So you may now cast your vote. Motion carries.
That's ordinance 3514, 3514.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is public comment. Public comment is encouraged and appreciated. This is the only opportunity for the public to address the city council on agenda items and any other city-related business. In order to accomplish all business on the agenda and be respectful of everyone's time, council members will not engage in dialogue with individual members of the audience, and no immediate action will be taken on any public comment issue. When your name is called, proceed to the podium, state your name, please limit your comments to 3 minutes. No speaker may donate his or her time to another speaker. Comments shall be courteous and respectful at all times. No person may use public comment for the purpose of campaign or advertisement. This is not a question and answer time. The council cannot engage in conversation with the public. Questions and concerns about operations should be addressed with city staff during regular business hours. All right, first for public comment is Melissa Crawley, followed by Shaquille Hooks.
Good evening, my name is Melissa Crowley, and I've lived in Harvey long enough to know when leadership becomes a threat. What happened to me wasn't just personal, it was political and retaliatory and illegal. Mayor Christopher Clark falsely claimed that I tried to enter his home, and that lie set off a chain of abuse. I was dragged out of my home barefoot, locked in a filthy cell, then forcibly sedated at Ingalls Hospital, treated like an animal, treated like a criminal, with no warrant, no crime, and no medical cause. All because I spoke up against him. All because I showed up to his house in protest. Mayor Clark, you said you had video that could show me entering your home, or at least trying to attempt to enter your home. It's been weeks. Where's that video? You can't produce it because it never happened. You didn't tell the public that your ally, Jedediah Brown, made threats online. You didn't mention the alias that you often use during political disagreements, Cookie Ross. You didn't mention any of that. Let's talk about Jedediah Brown, who's here tonight. At the last meeting, he left under what appeared to be police escort. He's seen on video committing mob action in the presence of police officers. A seated councilwoman, Talani Smith, who swears she's unbiased, her own niece was also arrested at that brawl. Yet again, no consequences. I was actually held longer for doing nothing. You hide behind "that's not my ward," Tyrone Rogers, but your vote affects every ward, and your silence is complicity. Mayor Clark opens these meetings with prayer, but God sees through empty words. James 1:27. Pure religion is to care for the afflicted and to keep yourself unspotted from the world. But you don't protect the afflicted. You persecute us. You're not unspotted. You're neck deep in corruption. God is not mocked. That what you sow, you shall also reap. Under 75 ILCS 10-2 through 202, you are personally liable for willful misconduct, and I intend to hold you to that. I'm going to sue you in both your personal and your official capacity. Who's crazy now?
Thank you. Next is Joe Hooks, followed by Suzanne, I think it's Suzanne Allen.
Hello, everybody. So, that was during a meeting, 2/10/25, when Mayor Clark stated that Jedediah wasn't worth being represented by anybody because he had the audacity to call a black woman a B in a council meeting, in a town hall meeting. But yet, today, he's out here doing whatever he want to do, all to the party. And me and Jedediah has had talks. Yeah.
Just like when he went over there and threw the people out of the bandos over there. And business came to me and told me, yeah, I heard you. I heard what you said. We going over there. But Jedediah, that was already there. As, you know, as if he worked for the city of Harvey. But, and then, nothing was done when they, jumped on, Amir and his daughter. Actually, he came back to the scene, and then he had police escort his truck to the police station, which I find that funny because a lot of people get their vehicles towed and gotta pay $1,000 just for towing. So I'm trying to figure out how you get that special treatment. And also, Telane's niece, when she hit Ryan, and, Telane, I'm not gonna do nothing to you, you didn't have to run that night. I handed it to you, at least he filed. Actually, I didn't have to give it to him. You know what I mean? I did it because I felt like that was something that I wouldn't want somebody to do to me. So I handed her a key fob. And she drove the niece's car. Her niece's car should have been towed away. Because she was put in cuffs. So all this stuff that's going on, like, I'm trying to figure it out, like, why citizens have to pay $1,500 just to get their cars out of town. All the woman chatting. Y'all told her, and she had to pay $1,000 to get it out. And she also had to go to Cook County Corrections. Why wasn't Jedediah there? Why wasn't Telane's niece there?
Yep.
No, but none of that stuff happens. What y'all talk about, we supposed to understand and supposed to do all for what? Y'all got y'all little picks and y'all do what y'all want. And then y'all get mad when we talk about y'all.
Next up is Miss Allen, followed by Lance James Watson.
Good day, everyone. Good day, everyone. I'm Suzanne Allen. I'm representing and speaking for Betty M. Allen. She is an 89-year-old resident of Harvey, Illinois. I allege that the city of Harvey has figured out how to weaponize the water department. No, my mother's not cuddled nicely into her home. Right now, she's still upset because there's her yard has been torn up. It was knocked on our door, a knock came on our door from a realtor that basically stated, hey, we can't do anything with the house on your property. We'll sell it back to you for pennies on the dollar, pennies on the dollar. And this was from a realtor. So we're like, something's up, let's go take a look at it. Come to find out, my mom owned both houses on the property. Freddie Mac may have had it in 2021, but someone needs to ask how they got it. What you're looking at, we allege there are improprieties that are, it's not correct. Unfortunately, that is not rested. How do you sell a perfectly nice home for $2,000? Yes. Who got the $2,000? Where does it benefit? Who was the investor that you sold it to, and who was a part of that investment team? Unfortunately, I had to take a break in order to take care of some things medically, and it is not rested, it is not over. We have never received due process. We have never received due process. We are long-term residents of the city of Harvey. My mother has lived in this area for more than 27 years. She has never once been late on a water bill, ever. However, they cut her water off a little more than a year ago, April 24, I believe it was the water holiday, water reclamation day or something. Her water was cut off, 89-year-old lady. She couldn't take a bath, she couldn't brush her teeth for more than 30 days. Wow. In order to get that water turned back on, we had to agree for the properties to be separated. Under duress, that an 89-year-old woman had to suffer. And it is not over. I just need you to know that. Research has to be completed, and then we will take this a little bit further. I will not have my mom's property being taunted by the city of Harvey as some good thing. She is not in the Myrtle Avenue when they're taking these additional houses to put in a pond or something. My mom's house is not there. Her house is on 155th and Myrtle. There was a sign put in that yard, something about, it was under this development. I knew this was going to happen because it looked like a big smoke screen. I allege, the city of Harvey has done this purposely, I allege that the city of Harvey needs to stop doing things in the dark. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is Glennis James Watson, followed by Vance Wyatt / Pete Hines, I guess, please.
Good evening, my name is Glennis James Watson. I am a resident of the First Ward. There are two issues I would like to address this evening. One is the department reports given during city council meetings, and two is preferential treatment of elected officials. First, department reports. It is commendable that the department heads or their designees are able to stand before us and report on the work, the accomplishments, the impact that their respective departments are having on the city. However, in my opinion, using one of the two council meetings in the month to devote to department reports is inappropriate. City business is therefore conducted only once a month as a result. There is too much going on, or too much that needs to happen in the city of Harvey to reduce the number of business meetings to once a month. Perhaps the residents would be better served if the department reports took place once a quarter at a special meeting dedicated to their reporting, or allow the department heads to give their reports via video, and they can be posted on the website so that people who are interested in a particular department can listen to that report only. Second, there seems to be glaring displays of preferential treatment in favor of some elected officials against others. There are reports of some elected officials not being included in meetings, taking place inside and outside of the city, not allowed to sit in on executive session meetings, public events, even publicity photos, and even receive reimbursements for out-of-pocket expenses. And per Chappelle's comments, there appear to be preferential treatment on how laws apply. Just a couple of weeks ago, Mayor Clark stated that this administration is diverse and inclusive, yet elected officials are blatantly being excluded. This is not Mean Girls Harvey edition. This is a city supposed to be overseen and run by people in a professional manner. There is no place for pettiness, exclusion, and bias. Do the job you were elected to do and allow each elected official the right to do the job they were elected to do, each with every right and privilege to them. Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate your comments. Next up, Vance Wyatt, followed by Amanda Askew.
For clarity, I am Faith Hines, and I'm reading this certification letter to the treasurer from the Illinois Municipal Treasurers Association, Mr. Vance Wyatt, is the elected treasurer of the city of North Chicago. And I'm going to read you straight from he said, I also serve as the first vice president of the Illinois Municipal Treasurers Association. That's IMTA, Illinois Municipal Treasurers Association. And as a board member of the Association of Public Treasurers of the United States and Canada, otherwise APT, US, and C. This evening, which was last week, Tuesday, I am honored to present your treasurer, Aisha Pickett, with her well-earned Certified Illinois Municipal Treasurer designation. The CIMT, Certified Illinois Municipal Treasurer program, established in 1983, was created to advance the professionalism and professional standing of municipal treasurers across Illinois. The certification is administered and awarded by the IMTA and adheres to the standards set by APT USNC, United States and Canada, which oversees the certification framework for public treasurers throughout the United States and Canada. Having a certified treasurer at the state level is a great honor for your community, as it reflects Treasurer Pickett's dedication to excellence and continued professional development. With your support, I hope she will also pursue national certifications through APT, USNC in the near future. Respectfully, Vance D. White, MBA, ACP, FIM, CGIP, CIMT, CPFA. A lot of acronyms in my head. City Treasurer, City of North Chicago, First VP of IMTA, APT, USNC, Board Member. I hope this will encourage you to allow our treasurer to perform her job, because she is more than qualified from the beginning, but now she has been nationally certified.
Next is Amanda, followed by Ronald and Miles Jr. I think.
It starts with speak or it just starts with?
We need to start talking.
Wow. Come on. Come on, Clark.
We'll see his hand, property say.
Reset it.
So I went to the finance committee meeting before the city council meeting, and again, as usual, I left with more questions than I had answers. And I wanted to address some of the closing comments that some from the finance committee shared. Number one, I would like to address Alderman Smith. You mentioned W. Hope, you also mentioned O'Reilly, all of these businesses have not paid their taxes. There's multiple taxing bodies for different businesses. My concern is I've never seen a report, either from you or anyone on the finance committee, about what financial remedies have you all addressed with these businesses to get them back on track, not $10,000 a month, something that's feasible for a business owner. And I also want to clarify that O'Reilly's is a national corporation that is renting a space to conduct business in the city of Harvey. O'Reilly does not own the building that they have. So you don't go after the renter for the fault of the building owner. You go after the building owner and work with other taxing bodies such as County of Cook to again find some type of financial remedy. Number two, we talked about, it was mentioned that I heard $165 million in debt, and the media stated $149 million in debt. They said, see, it's a reduction. The issue is, I only can go off hearsay. There is no financial documentation, either on the City of Harvey's website or the State of Illinois Comptroller's website. And again, as a person that loves numbers, I like it documented, and I should be able to access those financial reports, which they're 3 to 4 years behind on, through the State of Illinois site and the City of Harvey's website. I also would like to address the comptroller, but I know that he's not here. He mentioned that he has 12 years of experience here in the City of Harvey as a comptroller. So he was here during the previous administration. My concern is, Mayor Clark, you ran on the theme of lack of transparency, you want to make things right, but then to continue to employ the comptroller who was under the previous administration is very concerning, because as you mentioned in the finance committee meeting, oh, we were 8 years behind the audits, and now we're 3. The issue is we should not be behind at all on any type of financial reporting for someone that has 12 years of experience. And secondly, to the Economic Development Committee, I'm afraid I don't want to see any signs about coming soon and we don't see any businesses. Because that's what happened during the last election, like Jet Foods. I agree.
Next is Ronald Miles Jr., followed by King Jr.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor. Finance degree from Governor State University. What is the procedure when everything you do feels like making a mistake? I'm not a resident of Harvey, but our church is here in Harvey. In fact, 3 generations of my family go to church here in Harvey. And I realize this is the city of Harvey and not the village of Harvey. But for investors and pedestrians and procedures, it's time that the distinction is heard more thoroughly from the people to supreme law. The term city is not for a dissimilar population size. The bus terminal being a pillar of this community and running late into the evening, connecting employment to UPS Hoskins overnight, and I understand why it's called the city of Harvey from an investor-facing perspective. We also have UPS Logistics, warranty, transparency. I understand that changing the city of Harvey to the village of Harvey might threaten a litany of state and federal expenditures that sustain Harvey, classifications and zones, grants and infrastructure package credits that come with the name City of Harvey. Surely, injustice finds no rest in Harvey. I am here to reiterate a statewide problem to the voter-facing administration and hopefully offer the people a shovel to dig themselves out of a hole. Unpaid internships and volunteering will not satisfy the community's desire to gain traction and pulling themselves up by their bootstraps. Paid externships and investors hiring from within the community to be a part of the negotiations will help provide procedure and for engaged citizens. Alderman Chapman's affinity for sustainability and turning some of these vacant lots into pollinated gardens or farmers markets, starting zones can end up benefiting citizens in a different way. Bring structure and procedure and food to the unemployed. There is a procedure that allows farmers market participants to receive SNAP as payment, like investors or storefront businesses. In my village, the keeper of the lot is credited $25 to their water bill every month, even though it takes more than $25 to keep the garden sometimes. This is the type of incremental procedure people need. As part of the other ideas that she points to as the benchmarks from other villages that Harvey can implement and unengaged citizens can be proud of. We make sure that nobody regrets taking root in Harvey.
Thank you. Next is King Jr., followed by Dionysus Paul.
Reverend King Jr., Church of Daniel Chapel in Phoenix, but I'm a resident of Harvey for over 40 years. And I ran a couple of times, I'm not talking politics, I ran a few times with false promises given for the 6th ward on that. And also, something else here. How can you have a finance meeting about an hour before you have a regular meeting? How do you do that? How in the world, all of them Tyrone Bodgers, how can you have a meeting and not know anything about what you're talking about? How can you do that? How can you stand up there and do that? Just like I put up a mirror, I put you in the mirror and you on blast about that being a mirror for a morning. I made an agreement with the mayor about that a long time ago, but I never got a financial help or anything. And I took pictures and put it out on there, and finally somebody put the flags up and cut it down. Myself and all one of the 4th ward, we worked together on some of that. He did. He volunteered to put lights on and stuff like that. The Alderman of the 2nd ward, she's working hard having meetings with other people. We haven't had a meeting since I've been seeing you in here. The only time I see my alderman is in this meeting working finance. Where the 6th ward's got on Halsted Street, you got a prostitute. I heard the chief said they're taking care of all these problems. Well, guess what? Right after that meeting, the mayor made this thing that he wants to have a settlement with everybody. He wants some peace and some love for everybody. But guess what happened? As soon as we got out this building, was a lineup of police officers and walked us off the property. Immediately, I was standing there. They said, keep on moving. Is that freedom? Is that what you call having a way of saying we want to settle this and we're going to be kind and loving each other? Are we in a police state? When I went to Vietnam, I thought I was fighting for freedom. But I wasn't fighting for this. I was not fighting to have my freedom taken away. I wasn't fighting to see what I see in the street. I wasn't fighting for burgers that were right across the street from my house. I wasn't fighting for prostitution when it's prostitute that's been out there since the report has been made by the police and said they took everybody off the street. And guess what? Right after the meeting, I left her, went down the street. She was still working the streets on the halls at Tyrone, right by the wooden can. And there's nobody bothering her. There's still people living in that abandoned building over there on Halston Street.
Right.
They set themselves up where they living inside the building. I guarantee you one thing for sure. I know I can't talk politics, but in 2028, I guarantee you, we're going to clean house. We're going to clean house without no evidence happening anymore. We've got people laid off and they don't even know they was laid off. What kind of notice is that? You're laid off. What kind of notice is that? You're not getting information. You need to get information. These other persons have the right to know what's going on before the meeting started, not just the four followers. The 4 disciples, yes, I can tell you, we're in the time. I don't have to worry about this vote because I'm not voting. He already knows you're going to vote with him. I don't care what it is, because you don't have any spine. You need to get some spine to represent the ward that you're supposed to represent. You can't do this and go and get that salary every month and tell me you're doing something. The other thing, you're collecting money for beautification, and guess what? Ain't nothing to be beautified.
Paul, followed by Geraldine Harris.
That's kind of difficult behind someone so passionate. But good evening, my name is Dion Hall, and I stand before the residents and the council and the mayor of Harvey as a representative of Rosen Ceasefire to put on the record and to inform you all that we stand with and are here to serve you. The alderwomen spoke about food help for residents. We can help. If you and your family members are dealing with traumas and need counseling, we can help. Most issues that the residents in Harvey are dealing with that impact your daily lives, we can help. So we walk around with this bright orange on so we're easily seen and easy to find. So if you see us on your block or knocking on your doors, just say hi. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next is Geraldine Harris.
To the Honorable Mayor Christopher J. Clark and this Honorable Council, you all are doing a fantastic job. And I really think, and I know that you have this public interest at heart. You know what? You're going to have the naysayers. You're going to have those that want to do their own agenda. Keep on doing what you're doing. Because guess what? This city is right. People coming back in here, on 154th Street, there's going to be many shops. Coffee shops, dress shops, pancake houses. It's coming back to Harvey. The citizens of Harvey, you can be a power and help your children. If you think you're too old or too ill, help your grandchildren. Learn them, find out where they can learn grant writing. So they can be a part of this new community that's coming back to Harvey. If you don't help them, and you don't help yourself, other people are coming back to Harvey. Other people are coming back here. You're going to see them open up shops and everything. And you're going to be marginalized because that's what you want. If you don't get up and do something for yourself and your generation to come. You may not see them, but you can have that opportunity for those that's coming, because they coming. And another thing, you know what? I don't know what attention you get, but I can tell. Trump do not control this universe. Go to Psalms 47, and it will tell you who controls this universe. Trump is not a part of the trading, and if you keep putting your attention on what he's doing, guess what? That means you're not giving your attention to what you should be doing. Come on now. I lived in Harvey over 50 years in the second ward. I was here the last meeting and asked my alderperson to cut that 7-foot tall grass in the back of my house in the back of living. No, it has not been done. No, let's see, let it get done. Let it get done. And other things that need to be done in Harvey. I see it's going, it's coming, it's coming. And guess what? Don't give all this attention to the naysayers. They did the same thing with building the wall in Israel time. When they was building the temple in Israel time. Give your attention to positive things. Thank you, neighbors.
I want to thank everyone for their public comment. Your comments are very appreciated. I'll be brief. Next, on the agenda, item 10, narrow comment. Not as much to say because one thing I said in the last meeting was that I was not going to continue to address the negativity. Come with some suggestions for some viable solutions. Then we can have a conversation. And I look forward to those conversations. But what I want to talk about is moving the city forward. But before we do, I just want to make sure, because of course there are people who will watch this video at a future time, and I forgot to mention that the opinions, whether good or bad, whether positive or negative, are the opinions of those participating in public comment. It does not suggest whether what they are saying is or is not true. But I am not going to address it because the bottom line is going back and forth. It just really doesn't do anything for this city. It doesn't help the city one bit. And everything that I heard, with all due respect, none of that puts food on people's tables, clothes on people's backs, or roofs over their heads. And so we are in problem solving solution giving. What did you say? Say it loud. Customer service business. And so we're going to try to stay focused on that. And on that focus, if you have noticed, anyone has noticed, that more and more work is taking place on Wood Street. And it is something that we've been working on for quite some time. It appears, I'll have to check tonight, that more of the temporary lights are going up. Now, I say those are temporary lights because once the job is completed, for those who don't know, Wood Street will be widened out. So it will be widened. It will be, we'll finally have sidewalks and curbs. In addition to that, we'll have some more turn lanes, and also, of course, lighting as well. But in order for them to complete the job, they had to add this temporary lighting. So if you go down Wood Street, it's got really tall wooden poles for some odd reason. Those are the temporary lights that they are starting to install, and hopefully they will get completed sometime soon. Because once that part is done, then that means we're preparing to move on to the next phase, okay? Which is the actual, what we would like to see, the actual construction itself, even though they have been doing a lot of work on the street. When it's all said and done, we should have, like I said, new curbs, new sidewalks. It is a complete overhaul. So basically the same or similar to what was done on 154th Street is going to be done on the 2 miles known as Wood Street, from 147 to 160. Once that work is complete, it will not be pavement, but it will be concrete. So it'll be total concrete pavements coming all the way through. So that should last much longer. We are also going to get a new sewer line that will run that whole length of Wood Street, and actually will continue north. Continue north all the way to the little Calsad. So what will happen is, for those who, I don't know if this is too far in the weeds, but what will have to happen is that detention basin that is being built by Metropolitan Water Reclamation District The water will go into that basin, and then it will run from that basin down to connect into the Wood Street sewer. And then the excess water will run from the sewer all the way down to the Little County Pack. So there's been some engineering that has been done to make sure that it works and works out well. But we're looking forward to that. It looks like, unless Ms. Davis telling me something else, Wood Street work is completed. Have they finished the rain gardens? Are those complete now? I thought they were. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to speak out of turn. The rain gardens are now complete. And once again, that's one of those things. Same with the sidewalks. And all of them on 154th Street. When the city receives grant funds to be able to do that, so we are very, first of all, pleased with the fact that we're now qualifying for the grants, which speaks volumes as far as I'm concerned, because it says that, well, maybe there are some, as one person said, maybe there are some naysayers who don't necessarily believe in what this administration is doing, but there are some people with the federal government and the state government and the county government who definitely believe that when they give us money to do certain tasks, that we will complete those tasks. And so I spoke with someone this actually last week about the sidewalks. But he understood that the money, because he wanted to know why his sidewalk wasn't done. You know, and then I had to explain, of course, that we received money to do those sidewalks. And so we had to use the money for its intended purpose, for intended purpose. So we're glad to be able to do that as well. The comments that are made by our staff during our first meeting of the month is done because we want all of our residents to know what's going on with the city. And we have a lot of people who actually do appreciate the fact that they are getting that information now. Now I'm just going to give you some encouragement, specifically Alderman Rogers and the Finance Committee. While one of the difficulties is that, no, we're not perfect, and I don't know why we're held to that standard, but I can say one thing for sure. The Finance Committee held many more meetings than the previous Finance Committees had held. And you do them consistently. Now, are there, and that's work, that we appreciate. Are there some things that maybe can be changed, or are there some things that we can do better? Of course, the biggest room in your house is the room for improvement. But you guys meet regularly, and you handle this business, so stay encouraged. Because, we appreciate what you do. As far as, let me make sure I check off my little boxes here. Like I said before, last meeting, investors and developers are very conservative. I try to pull back, I'm going to continue to try to do so, because some of the behavior, once again, it's not about what you say, this goes for me too. It's not about what you say, it's how you say it. And, when we see investors and developers looking at our city, and they're not pleased at what they see because of the behavior. They understand the financial picture of the city better than many. Many of them, besides having the experiences that they have, they also have the education as well, the background, to be able to figure that part out. They got it, they understand it. But what they would love to see is they would love to see a welcoming community that makes them feel comfortable about investing their dollars here in this city. And fortunately, we do have quite a few businesses, as was reported at our last meeting, and I've talked about as well, that are interested in coming to the city, but also, we also have businesses that have already come to the city. And we will continue to do so. What we're looking for is we're looking for good, viable businesses. You cannot run a city without tax dollars. I don't care what anybody says. You know, if you got that magic wand that allows you to be able to pull that off, I would love to see it. But the bottom line is we have to have taxes. And if our businesses don't pay those taxes, that's why we're in the situation that we're in now. That's one of the reasons. One of the reasons why we had to lay off a certain percentage of their employees. Because of the simple fact that you can't continue to run a house when you're only getting half of your taxes, and then 35% of the money that you're getting is being taken by someone else. And once again, if you know how to do it, first of all, I would appreciate it if you come to meet with me so you can teach me how. And if you don't want to teach me how, then I wish you would run in 2027 and win and show us how. Because I'm not going anywhere, I'm still going to live here. And my goal is to try to have a city that is best for all of us, even when I'm not no longer in this position. So, but I just want to mention that again. I'm going to continue mentioning about investors and developers over and over again, because I really want us to bring down the rhetoric. You know, there's a way to do it, but I want us to bring down the rhetoric. Plus, the rhetoric affects, for those of you who are homeowners, it affects your property values. Okay? And so, you know, if for no other reason, like I said, we want to just bring it down a little bit. I'm not saying, as you heard, all these people said what they had to say in the public comment. And they have every right to say whatever it is that they want to say. Okay? But at the same time, as a member of the community, I'm just hoping that we can pull it back just a little bit, or we can find a way to. One thing that I'm committed to is personally trying to find another way. And I will promise you that by our next meeting, which is on what day? I want to say 11, 14, 11? August 11th, I will have some more information from you as far as what I've been trying to do so that we can help to once again make our situation better. Yeah, so the rest of it, yeah, like I said, I didn't notice, but I'm not gonna address the rest of this stuff. Thank you to all of you who attended our 4th of July, I don't think we talked about it already. Yeah, we didn't we? Okay, great. And then we have National Night Out coming up, right? Now, we're not going to do it this year, but I want y'all to keep something in mind. Okay? What I'd like to see us do on National Night Out is actually do a parade on National Night Out. Okay? Where we have the floats, and the floats are lit, you know, and we do it like it does at that particular point in time. But that's a vision, that's on my vision board. We're on the 5th, right? Yes. August 5th, 2025. Thank you so much for bringing that up. From, it looks like 3 p.m. to 7? Okay. All right. I can go see mine. Yeah, we'll see 3 p.m. to 7. You are more than welcome to come out at that time also for those who have small children or elementary age children. We are also, of course, we giving out some book bags and some goodies for our young people to encourage them to stay in school and embrace education. So, when's the trade? Because I have y'all in September There's always missed out too. Our representative, Will Davis, 30th District, will have a shred day on September 20th, 2025. That looks like 9 a.m. to noon. Where is this? Is it next day quarters? I don't know what the address is. You want to read the address for me?
1912 West, 174th Street, East Hazel Crest.
And our rep does this every year, if not once, or almost, huh? Okay, yeah, if not once, definitely, if not twice, at least once a year. I think it's twice a year he does it. They also take prescription drugs as well. So if you have some leftover prescription drugs that you need to get rid of, instead of throwing down a single toilet or something like that, you can bring them and they can be captured at this event as well. This event is for all members of the 30th District, which includes the city of Harvey. So I hope that everyone will take advantage of that. That being said, there is nothing else for the good of the order. No, we're not doing anything. There's nothing else for the good of the order. The chair will take a motion to adjourn. Motion by the first, second by the, no, it says motion by the second, second by the first. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, hearing done. Voting on the high side, it's 8:35 p.m. Have a wonderful week and be blessed.
So y'all do know that that Wood Street project was voted on back during the Kellogg administration. So it's not like they, that was done in the Kellogg administration. That has nothing to do with it. Yeah. Now, and as far as the special project, the MWRD project, that one was supposed to be on, it was supposed to be on the city there on all of that. That was supposed to go. So come on, stop playing, stop playing.
I'm fine, I'm not going to. I will be.
All y'all gotta do is go back and go look at some of the old videos.
I want to see a change.
Mayor, the same stuff.
And I can definitely need it.
And the only reason they get the project is because the change they got it. That's how it is.
Thank you, Chappelle. Thank you.
I'm just telling you that's what's happening.
Yeah, and as you saw, the mayor also ignored the treasurer at the end there, did not let her speak, which is really a shame. Oh, the police chief is here. He's shaking the hand of Feroz, who is usually the only representative of our Indian community that I see come to the meetings. I wish more folks would come out. And thank you so much. You know, I couldn't really type to you, but thanks for all your support, and thank you for those who were, you know, calling for the likes and everything. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you, Ramona. As you can see, again, really good turnout. I mean, there's a lot of... I should have been able to comment publicly. They rejected me because they said they already had too many people, which is BS, but whatever. So yeah, it was a good turnout overall. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't tune out quite yet, because you never know what sort of trouble someone's going to try to stir up. So hopefully we'll all get out safely, but you never know. Yeah, the paper was here for sure. But thank you. Yeah. Okay. I'll do a breakdown. I sure can. Do you want me to do it tonight or is it too late? See, I could do it when I get home. You know, I enjoy doing things like that. That's fun. Now I gotta break everything down, guys. Ginger, can you hold this for me? Just point it at the crowd. That's fine.
Okay.
But it's still live. Sorry, this way.
Okay.
This way here. I'll show you. Like that. Okay. Thank you.
Like
can
this
say hi to
way?
everybody. Yeah, just to show the camera's on this side.
Okay.
You know, if there's nothing too crazy going on, but that'll really help me.
Okay.
Lily's holding the camera for me. Oh, you're pointing on me. Okay.
I'm sorry. Am I still pointed?
We're leaving. Don't worry. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. See how they chase people up.
Oh yeah, taxpayers. Yeah. We paying. Y'all paying for all this.
We do. I am okay. Thank you, Lily.
You're welcome.
I mean, yes, Lily Ginger. What? Yes, I'm still alive, just so you know. So they're chasing us out as usual, the building that we pay for. Well, they always do that. It's very rude, but I mean, I blame it on the mayor mostly. The mayor doesn't really like the people he governs, unfortunately. Oh yeah, succeeding. Yep. Those are old mayors. We have a lot of great history in Harvey. It's just we just got to get rid of some bad apples right now. We happen to have a lot of bad apples, unfortunately. So yeah, you did a great job.
I'm glad that you found out the
What'd you say? Oh, right, yes, exactly. Did I get all my stuff? Yeah, okay, I got my thing. I got that, I got everything. I mean, I think I'll be okay. Oh, yeah, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, come to the lobby, please.
That's my girl.
I'll walk up. Ginger, you're going this way, right?
Yes.
Okay. So as you can see, per usual, they're chasing us out. God forbid we actually talk to each other as residents and have a good time and do what normal people do. So they have this is what they do. They have the police chase us out. I know.
Let's go in the lobby.
Very rude. Vivian, we'll wait for you, Vivian. Don't worry.
Better stop being nice to my people.
We'll wait for you. I know. It's so sad. Right. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you're fine. Okay. Yes, this is how they treat us. Isn't it horrible? Thank you. Thanks for your comment. Oh, it's like the receiving line. Yeah, she did. Yeah, I told her we would wait for her. So they're chasing everybody out per usual, as they always do. They're so rude. And then I'm trying to stand back. Okay, so that the red car is Shirley. That's Shirley's leaving right now. The police again. I'm sure Clark instructs them to chase us out, chase us out, chase us out, which is horrible. Like, there are some kiddos, like, you know, leave them some time. They need to find their parent, get out safely. It's crazy. Okay, good. Vivian made it out, okay? Vivian made it out. That's good.
So, you know, I just let them go, let them say what they want to say, you know. They always come with no data. You know, anybody can make an accusation, but you need data.
Oh, Vivian. Right? Exactly. It could be worse. They could be pushing us down the stairs, I guess, so.
You gotta go.
Yeah, I'm with these guys, so don't worry.
Let's go. All right, guys. Thank you for coming. We gotta clear the parking lot. We gotta go.
I know, because the mayor doesn't like the residents. Got it. Yeah. God forbid we have a little talking time after our meeting.
That's not our
Yeah.
27 years. You probably ain't never been.
There's Tyrone Rogers. Doesn't pay anything, but he has a fancy old. Okay. Do you see Mr. Rogers in his fancy vehicle?
Thank you.
Be sure. Thanks for coming. Yeah, well, I'm watching people too to make sure everybody leaves safely. I want to make sure everyone leaves safely on camera while we're still covering things. Yeah, do you see? Look at all these police. Oh, and look at the plate. Look, it says Alder. It says Alder 6. This is Tyrone's car. Now he can't help Harvey pay its bills and help the residents, but he can sure afford that for himself. Is that ridiculous or what? And look at, let's count the police. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 armed officers. I'm counting right now. There may even be more. See what a waste? Got a car with his lights on over there. Right, Wyoming, exactly. Exactly. Why do you have to clear the parking lot? They don't have to. We, for the record, we're peaceful. We're very peaceful. We just want to talk with our neighbors. But Clark and his buddies, they hate the residents.
The ones that match. The ones that cracking them gaps, they need theirs cut too.
Tell them.
So that's what y'all need to be on, working on that.
I know. Well, look right here. This is how much Mayor Clark hates the residents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We don't have to go home. We can talk peacefully.
Just like you want to go home.
We can talk peacefully. We're not doing anything crazy.
I can't go home until y'all go home.
Chappelle, tell him. We're just hanging out peacefully. We're not causing any problem. Right.
They say I can't go home until everybody go home, but I like to go home.
My advice to Harvey police.
That's all.
Oh, right.
In the 27 years that I worked here, guess what? I've always liked going home. Oh, what?
Oh, Lord. He says we're blocking the car. We're not blocking the car.
So you can get out. I don't want nobody to get hit.
Don't worry. We're big people. No. Even under Kellogg, we could hang out in the parking lot and chat after.
I didn't have to come up here and do this. Now that I want to go home.
Kellogg was more chill than Clark.
That's what I'm saying. I just want to go.
It's crazy.
I know. We got y'all. I'm like,
What?
I'm too young to retire.
I'm with her. We're coming at Ginger. I'll be okay. I'll be okay because Ginger's here. She's watching me. Thank you, though. I do appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. No, go for it. Go for it. So look at.
Oh, okay.
Is Aisha okay?
Yeah, she wants to.
Okay. That's our treasurer. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 police vehicles at least, and about 11 officers.
Lady well, we just trying to make sure everybody good.
This is fucking crazy. Every meeting, like we're like little children.
But you heard what he said.
What did he say? That he's told. He's told.
Under Kellogg, they didn't have to come up here.
Right, exactly. Who was looking for her?
I don't know.
So you see all the rush? It's like hurry up and wait. And now they're still standing out there.
Where'd Melissa go?
Right, exactly, Wyoming, exactly. They're there to bank off the residents. Yep. I know, it's parking.
there. Yep, slap the bag.
Right, I'm like, okay,
Y'all payroll.
we're gone, so now they need to leave. Yeah.
What y'all standing there for? Do some work. Go find some prostitutes. Right. Drug dealers and murderers and all something. Do your job. Some gun shooters.
Okay, guys, so made it to the car safely. Okay, nice. Right, so at least that step is complete. But oh man, is it humid out here? Let me tell you. So humid today. I don't know where it's like at, but I'll show you a little bit of what's going on here. Got a red truck there. Oh look at the shop. It's literally like there aren't even that many people here, for God's sake. It's just ridiculous. They're always ridiculous like that. Oh. Are they getting out? What are they doing? Going into me. Okay, I'm gonna try to escape. You see all that drama for nothing, you guys. All that drama for nothing. Where are you going, honey? You going in here? Okay. I'll go this way. And look at how, remember how Clark says he's doing such a great job? Take a look. There are the empty spots where he demolished several buildings. Have not seen Jed or his people since during the meeting they stepped out, so hopefully they're not going to be causing trouble anywhere. I sure hope not. Not like last meeting. Oh, okay, there's some people that are out front. That's a Denali. I don't know if that's the mayor's vehicle. There's another Harvey police vehicle. Oh, there's Colby. Okay. Bye, Ms. Chapman. And Melissa did such a great job. Let me tell her. You did a great job! Suzanne! Suzanne, you did a great job!
Oh, you got your car?
Yeah.
Oh.
You did a great job!
Call you.
Call me.
Baby, we got to catch up. You wouldn't believe what I got.
Oh, call me. Okay. We'll talk. Okay, now I gotta let these people go. So if you guys remembered, so she was the lady that the city basically forced her mom to give away one of her houses, like on their property. They had 2 homes right on 155th Street, which is like our one of our beautiful prime streets with beautiful historic homes. So it was quite the scandal. And as she said tonight, not only did they take the property, but apparently what she's alleging is that the city of Harvey said, we're going to turn your water off, or we're not going to turn your water back on after her mom's water was off for like a month. We're not going to turn your water back on unless you give us the second house on your property. So that's what it sounds like. I mean, it's just crazy. It's like, that's why, I and others are speaking out. We can't let these people get away with this stuff. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, I'll show you. So this is the new rental building, which is not, it's not a bad building, but this project, like anything else Clark manages to do, which he hasn't really had that many projects, but, you know, was put in without any feedback, without, thank you, Diana, thank you, Ramona, without any feedback, without any asking the residents what they wanted, and it's all subsidized rentals, which again, I mean, I'm all for affordable housing, but you know, people were saying, well, it could at least be senior housing, you know, and so these are all the things the mayor would consider. So there's a whole bunch of beautiful buildings that got demolished, like there's one that had a fire, so that's an empty corner now. And look, this is supposed to be prime corners. These are prime corners for our downtown, and look, you're gonna see firsthand, just so you can see what we mean when we say that Clark is lying. You have to see it to believe it, right? Look at this. This is the one road that did not need repairs in Harvey, and this is the one that Clark got repaved, got redone. And he ripped up, look at this, this is our busiest corner. We still have, that's a city-owned building that's boarded up. That was Mayor Clark's old law office, right there. Look at all the empty shops, all the empty stores, look, you see? Empty, 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 empty. Empty, 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 empty. So this is owned by, that one's owned by the city, because you all know I do real estate too, so I always press on that. I'm like, why are we just sitting on all these city-owned properties? Let's get some local owners and businesses in them, right? Not out of town people. This is a business, right? That was a taco place that was very busy and open since at least the 80s, if not 4. And Clark, as part of his harassing businesses and this whole tax scheme that he's talking about, he literally had them shut down. So he's a liar. He's saying he wants businesses. Well, if you want businesses, why would you shut businesses down? This beautiful prime corner lot is empty. Yeah, so there's more empty, empty, empty. Here's our beautiful old historic city hall that I would love to help get restored and open back up. The Historical Society used to have a collection in there, but it's been sitting empty for years now. This was, I forget what was here before, but whatever was here, it was all demolished. And then there's a church in the back of it. This was a uniform store that had been open for decades, and that closed just a few years ago. You can still see the sign on the window. It says Glenn's Uniforms. But again, the city has no freaking plan for any of it. They just let it sit. This was a bank that the bank closed, of course. The city bought it and said they were going to turn it into a police station, and it sat empty. It just sits empty. It's been empty like this for years now. To build that, they demolished some beautiful historic buildings that were more fitting with the character of our downtown. You know, when they built the bank building originally. This years ago was the Minuet Diner, and then, you know, some other stores over the years. But again, owned by the city. Clark says he's going to make it another police building. Again, we don't need more police buildings. We need actual businesses and things, you know. Some stuff you said about property is all coming together. There's a scheme going on here. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yep. Sorry guys, I just see, why isn't the advocate advocating for that elderly woman with her house? Exactly. Absolutely. Oh, there's a police again, look, with their lights. Like, what's the emergency, guys? What's going on? All we had were citizens peacefully leaving a meeting. What did you say though? Clark could do his real estate law? That's a good question. I'm not exactly sure. They probably moved to Indiana. We welcome Illinois businesses. I know. Well, but you know what? It's not really like, Harvey had a great downtown for so many years. It's really just corruption that has scared off the businesses, because we still have people that live here that would use the businesses. He must have his hand in the pot for those new businesses, right? Jacob Henry mentioned Joliet. Oh, right, David. Good point, succeeding to. How does Clark have any support? He hasn't been an effective mayor, right? No, it's unfortunately, he did convince some of us, you know, because Kellogg was such a bad mayor, so he did convince some of us that he was going to actually put in some reforms, but he didn't, you know. And his first term, he wasn't very good, but he wasn't as like bad and aggressive about it as when he was reelected in 2023. So this was, I'm trying to think of where, I think the corner lot used to be one of our movie theaters, but I know the building was demolished, unfortunately. It's no longer here. This right here, so that where the yellow is, that was Jean's Bakery, famous Polish bakery, really, really good bakery. And then, you know, some other random stores in here, and I think the apartments are still lived in, which is good. But the, again, the city does nothing to try to get a freaking bakery. Look, isn't it so sad? Look, they just let it rot. And that was a very well-known bakery. Abazir's at least is open, so we do have a grocery store. You know, it's just not a very large one. There's not a big selection or anything. This building, unless I am mistaken, in my research doing the Historical Society, this is the last remaining building that was a theater, you know, a theater and just a venue in Harvey. So it's like offices or something now, but that was a theater. And then I forget what was here, but they demolished it. But look at even just the side of the old bakery. Look, see how it looks so pitiful? It's so blah. It's like, come on, guys. So when Clark says he's taking care of things, he's not. This is a beautiful old historic building. This used to be, this was a missionary Baptist church. And it just sits, decaying. I think this is the Myrtle Block where the fight, no, sorry, not yet. Almost. These are the rain gardens that Clark was talking about, that he was discussing. And another great example of maybe Clark had good intentions even, you know? Oh, there's some people walking, that's good at least. But, you know, we didn't ask for the rain gardens, and now the rain gardens block what could be a bike path for downtown. These were all stores and things here that were demolished, some houses. Ooh, the moon's pretty tonight. Now, do you guys want to see the big fancy homes on 155th Street or no? You guys can let me know in the comments if you're interested. There's another, you know, there were buildings there, they demolished instead of redeveloping them. I don't know what this was years ago, but it's that, you see how that block is so dark? That is where, that's the block where the fight was on July 14th, so. Just give me 1 second. I need to turn my Wi-Fi off so that I don't accidentally. Okay, good. This I think this was Jimmy the Greek's. There was like this little shop. It was cute that the Ascension St. Susanna students used to like to go to after school. At least someone's living in this right now. There's no longer a business in front, but you know, at least it's not empty. This was, I think, auto parts. Sorry, I don't know why my windows are fogging up. It's weird. It's very humid here today. Turn my air down a little bit more. Yeah, even my rear window's fogging up. More empty lots, you know, empty. That was turned into a church. I think that was like a Sherwin-Williams. This one doesn't have as many plants, but I just want to show you when Clark was discussing rain gardens. I'll get out for a second and show you guys these. Okay, so this is what he was talking about. Okay. So again, this street, this is 154th Street, so this is the main east-west street for our downtown. This did not need to be torn up, okay? It did not. It was one of the few streets that did not need work. So not only did he not ask what people wanted done, but Clark, like he does everything, he proceeded to approve the project. And here's another thing that is a great intention, right? So these are supposed to be little rain gardens to catch the water, okay? There's one on the other side of the street, I'll show you. Great intention, but again, no one, oh no, that's okay, it's all right. I got my phone on me and my card right here. But no one asked for these in the first place, okay? And though I'm all about rain gardens, you know, one of the things that I thought of is that, like, now we can't have bike paths on 154. So if you wanted to ride your bike, you really can't, because look how it gets so skinny. And then you have like big buses riding down there. But yeah, this is more like demolished buildings here, demolished buildings there. Okay. Ugh. So I just wanted to show you that, because I've been meaning to show off the rain, you know, to show what those rain garden things were that Clark was talking about. Again, great idea. It's just that when it has poor, what do you call it, execution, it's not so good. So hey there.
Everything all right?
Yeah, yep.
Just checking because you park like that. It's an unusual spot to park.
Oh, yep, I'm okay. I'm good. Okay, so I think that was probably undercover police or something. You see how rude they are? Like, I give tours of Harvey all the time with the Historical Society. Like, you don't need to be checking on me, dude. They're rude. They're just so rude. Oop, oop, oop. Okay, I don't want to get hit. Oh, okay, good. They have a stop sign there. Okay. So, as you can see in here, like, it's not a crime to pull over, guys. Actually, it's a good thing to do. You know, so this right here in this corner here, this used to be, I'm so sorry for the foggy windows. That's great. It's annoying. Ah, there's more Harvey. There's a Harvey police right there. But this corner right here used to be a really, really nice Ford dealership. And then across the street from there, I'll show you, that used to be a Clark station. I don't remember what was here. But this was an A&P, like in the 50s, a grocery store. And then it was a plumbing store, and then it was a hair store. But they're saying that they're going out of business. So, oh yeah, and I do have my body camera, guys. Sorry, let me catch up on the comments just to see. What are you saying here, guys? The desire to control in Harvey is strong. Correct, status quo. Did I go to the Pierogi Fest? No, I've always wanted to go because I am part Polish, but I didn't. Police patrol regularly. Yeah. How much taxes is the hospital paying? Hospital, to my knowledge, doesn't pay any because it's nonprofit. You can't get out in the dark. Body camera. Yes, succeeding. I got my body camera. Hey, Javar, you're still with us? Good. I don't think I've seen it. Thanks. The beauty... What does it say? The beauty supply moved to Indiana. Oh, no, they're still open, but I don't know exactly what's going on because, you know, they've had this like going out of business sale sign up forever. So I'm like, well, are you guys really going out of business or what? But so you guys didn't message if you wanted. Did you want me to show you the big fancy houses? I can. You know, I love giving tours of Harvey. This right here. Do you see how horrible that looks? So that is a city-owned building. I was thinking of opening up a little gym there. I really thought that would be cool. But again, the city refuses to sell it. They won't work with anybody on it. They just let it sit, and then it recently started collapsing. Look at that. That's city. So there you go. That's Mayor Clark for you. That's his progress right there. And then further down there is the hospital. But well, I'll show you guys. Let me see if I can. Oops, drive by and show you. I'll show you some of the nice houses, some of the nice old homes. So if we go down to 155th Street, and then we're gonna go by that lady's house. Remember the one that they took the mom's, the city basically took, or they're trying to take the mom's second home on the property. So I'll show you guys that too. All right, so this is 155th. This is our street of historic homes. You can see the hospital down there. You see the light flashing? Yeah, so that's Ingalls Hospital. Okay. And then this is 155th Street. So it has a whole bunch of really nice houses that I love to show off when I give my tours. I hope you guys are enjoying. Look at that. Oh, pretty. That's a Dutch colonial. That's a really big bungalow, but it's still a bungalow. Gosh darn it. You know, I'm just tempted to turn the air off because it keeps fogging up like crazy. That's a big one. That one needs a little bit of TLC, but it's a big one. You can't see that side as well right now, but that's another really big one right there. That one's a nice big one that's maintained. This one needs some TLC, but look, it's a really pretty Victorian. See, I'd love to restore that. There's that one. Oopsies. So don't scare people. I'm gonna pull over. There's another really cool big house right there. I don't know the names for all the styles, but yeah. This one, I think this yellow one was for sale for a while. I don't know if someone bought it yet. There's a little baby church. Okay, now here is Myrtle, okay? So I'm gonna show you guys right now. I'll pull over a little bit. Okay, so right here, 155th and Myrtle. So the corner, on the corner, that is the house that the lady owns, okay? So she owns it, but she also owns the house that's right behind it. So this is the house in question. When they were talking about, go around me, please. Go around. Go around. Why are you stopping behind me? Hopefully it's no one weird. I'm not going to stay too long. But anyway, so that's the house in question right there. So, so yeah. That's the one. Right there in the corner. And then someone else lives, obviously, like right there in the other one. That's pretty right there. Okay, and hold on one second. I'm gonna make sure that this car goes by because they're following me and it's weird. You know, why don't they just leave me alone? People leave me alone. Ooh, look at that one. Now that's pretty. That's really pretty right there. That's super pretty. That's very pretty. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Damn it. I don't know who these people are. Okay, now I'm gonna try to, I don't know who these people are. Oh, that's one of the really nice homes. That's like Aisha's home right there. Or wait, no. But yeah, they're really pretty. Ooh, look at that one. That's really pretty. Right there. Oh yeah, I love this one. This is super pretty, this church. Look at this church. Beautiful. Beautiful church right there. Lovely, lovely. That was what the was. Now we are headed home this way. There's that Missionary Baptist building again, or that old Missionary Baptist church. Oh Lord, so I don't know who's following me, but they're up to no good, I think, you guys. Yeah, what does Ingalls give back? I don't know. Yeah. Alright, well I will be talking to you guys soon. Wait, okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, and they keep honking too. Weird. Yeah, the beautiful Methodist church. Yep. Right, I know. This is so fucking weird. My body cam's on, my camera's on. There's plenty of traffic. Like, it's a quiet night, but Do you see how weird they are? I'm just gonna keep driving. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, you guys. Very, very strange. What do you think? Okay, go around then. Go around. This is weird. Very weird. Very weird. Well, get ready to call 911 for me if necessary, folks. I don't know who these people are, what they're doing. They're weird, though. Now, I'm going to make sure to, I don't know, try to stay on the big streets, I guess. Yeah, I'm not far, but Diana should be on at least, so that's good. Leave me alone. I don't know. It's probably Jed, maybe? I'm guessing? I don't know, but maybe it's Jed. It's weird. Yeah, Diana, can you just get ready to call the police if necessary? I need to shake him. I need to shake him. I need to lose him. He just said, hey, Ryan, and they keep honking at me. I know, Diana, I'm telling you. You know, these idiots are just so fucking corrupt and crazy. But that's okay. I'm gonna try to get out of here. Stick with me, guys. Stick with me. Get ready to call 911 if I ask you to, okay? Yeah. You know, I would go to the police station, but I don't know if they're gonna be much help. That's the only thing. Okay, hold on. Hold on 1 second. It says, where should I go? Okay, guys, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna make a phone call because I don't know what's going on, but these people are up to some BS and it's not good. It's not good, so stay there. I know, but where do I go? That's the problem. Maybe I'll go to, maybe I'll go, yeah, they're clearly following me. Maybe I'll go to another police station. You know, that might be the best thing. Hey guys, no, I'm okay. I'm here. I just had to make a call, so I'm okay. I am safe. I'm okay. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Give me 1 second here, and I got to make one more call. But yeah, thanks for staying with me. Don't leave me. Okay, I'm back. No, you know what I found out? I'm okay. I'm safe. You guys are gonna laugh though, because it was someone went to my house to make sure that I got home okay, and then someone else was driving behind, I guess, because they were trying to warn me that there was someone sitting in front of my house. Oh my God. So no, it wasn't Jed. It wasn't anybody bad. The only one that harassed me was the police officer tonight. But that was weird though. I'm like, oh my God, don't do that to me. I know this person was just trying to help, but I'm like, don't follow me like that. Anyway, right. That was totally unintended. You know, they had good intentions, but, right. Succeeding. Right. Hey, at least it was false alarm. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me. Can never be too safe. Right, because I didn't know. And then, you know, I got a phone call and I was like, yeah. And then the person let me know that, oh, I was following you. I'm like, oh my God, wait, why are you following me? Don't do that. You're going to scare the crap out of me. Oh, Jesus. That plant lady, I know, right? Oh, well, sorry, our lovely tour of 155th got interrupted, but you know what? At least everybody's safe. So, thank you guys for tuning in. And yeah, other than the one policeman harassing me, no one was following me, so I'm okay. I am okay now, but I will stay on at least until I get home. And then I think Wyoming was asking for asking me for a breakdown of the meeting. And I was just saying, I don't know, do you guys want me to do it tonight or is it too late? Oh, it's 9:23. Because you know I love to break down meetings. That's fun. Can I identify the cop? Oh, you know what? You have to go back in the live because it's in the live, but I don't remember his face. But it was just weird, you know, when an SUV stopped and it was like, okay, it didn't have police markings, so that was strange. Did not have Harvey police markings, but it looked like he was in a uniform, so Conscious would have been in a helicopter. Right? Oh my god. Oh, sorry, thank you. I said that was quite an interaction. I'm like, oh my god, somebody's following me, and now they're calling my name. That was too much, you guys. I don't need my adrenaline going that much, okay? Got enough going on. But yeah, I'm gonna stay on. What did somebody ask something here? Oh, ask the badge number. Yeah. I mean, I definitely recorded it on video, but yeah, isn't that weird? It's like, it's a hot night, but I mean, it's a very calm night. It's a pretty night. People are, you know, out walking, driving. I mean, it's pretty chill. So it's like, do I have to have a permit to be on the freaking street now, officer? Like, get a second phone. Yes, I know. I'll have to look into that. I'll have to look into that. Maybe accept donations. All this stuff costs money, unfortunately. But yes. Oh, now I gotta park. So did you guys see the activist and some people were in the meeting though this evening. And I don't really know, I don't know what happened. I just saw them going in and out, so. Let's just hope no one starts a fight somewhere. I'll always ask the badge number, right? Oh no, I agree. What service do you have? It's probably free. A second line is free? Succeeding? I don't know. I didn't think so. I didn't think a second line was free. Okay, I got paperwork galore. Oh! Paperwork galore. You know, they didn't even give us agendas for the, the finance committee meeting, which was frustrating too. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but they started the finance committee meeting. They opened the doors super late and then they started it right away, you know, with the typical pattern of like not wanting people to be involved, you know. Okay, so Yes, if you were okay. No, Lynn, then you don't know how, you don't know understand how the police department works here. Yeah, no, I'm fine. And they all know who I am. They are instructed, um, I would imagine to bother me because they do that all the time, and we know they don't do anything without the mayor ordering them to. Even though he is not the chief of police, but he likes to act that way. So yeah, I wish they really did care, but unfortunately that's not the case for the most part, Lynn. Diana says, oh, okay. I have a second phone, but I do not have internet. I use my hotspot for my personal. Oh, yeah. Verizon Business. Reasonable and free phones to transfer lines, and sometimes I get fair trade. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to check. Of course, the puppies is glad that I am home, but yes, I made it home safely. Thank the Lord. I did not have anybody following me because I was excited to show you guys our 155th Street, but that's okay. I'll show you again another time when the weather's nice. When the weather is nice. Whew. Should I check? Should I check around, make sure no one's hiding in the house or anything? Although the dog is here, he probably would have devoured them by now, I guess, huh? Troll in the chat, right? Oh, thanks, Succeeding. Yeah, no, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Let me just check to make sure. But yeah, look, it seems pretty quiet. I'm just gonna go check in front here to make sure. Okay, puppies. No, you can't go with me though. The pups wants to go everywhere. Okay, you guys, like I said, I'm probably gonna get going here. But is anybody interested in a recap tonight? If not, don't worry about it. 1 second. Okay, I just checked the front yard. Everything was okay. I had someone that was just meeting me in the front just to make sure that everything was okay. There was a cop car I saw at the end of the block. Okay, but he didn't come down here. But yes, we are secure. Perimeter secure. Perimeter secure. And here's the pup. Pup is secure. Pup is secure. Pup is secure. He's happy. He's happy I'm home, of course. Let me see. Nice and quiet on your block. Yeah, how is it on yours, Diana? Thank God. It usually is. I'm up for it, but it's only 7:30 where I'm at. Ah, that's true. You checking those mulberry trees? Ah, you want me to show you my mulberry tree? It's pretty chill right now. A phone without active service can still dial 911, so any old phone will work. Really? Oh, I didn't even know that. Okay, good to know. I did not even know that. Do you wanna see the mulberry tree? I mean, it's kind of dark. You can't see that much, but I can still show it to you. All right, here we go. Yes, I have my lovely dog who scares the crap out of people, and then yes, I have my protection. So yeah, here's my. Well, it's fine. I'm not afraid to be in my backyard or around my house. But yeah, that's the mulberry tree, and then I have lights up in the yard. So see, it looks cute. We like to look cute. We like things to look good, which unfortunately I would say that the mayor does not follow along with that. But that's why he's full of it when he's saying about like having all these businesses come and everything and blah blah blah. Like no. But yeah, I'll show you. Let me show you. I'll show you guys how quiet it is. It usually is this chill. I'm telling you. Motion lights. Yeah, well, you know, our houses are really close together, as you can see, so that also helps. And I have cameras all around. But yeah, see how chill it is? And the houses look cute. Actually, I gotta turn my lights on because my lights turned off for a second. There's the hospital in the distance. See? And then there's the hair store. Let me turn my lights on. Turn my lights on and I can show you guys. Let's see here. 1 second. Hopefully they should go on. All right, now hopefully they'll stay on. Ah, see, that's a little bit more light. See? What did you guys say? Fancy. Why? What did I say? I don't remember what I said, but yeah. See how cute? And that's the apple tree that has the beautiful apples. And then my lights are going blue to red for the month of July to be all patriotic. But yeah, we have a very quiet block. Thank God. Thank God. Yes. So now you'll see succeed, and now you'll see that. See, I do have a little bit of light on the side. It's just it's colored. And I have lavender that's growing this year. I have bee balm, lavender. I have some sage. You can't really. I don't think I can turn a flash on. I was gonna say you probably can't see the plant.